And I've seen a lot of cops, I've seen a lot of lawyers pull out all the stops. I've seen a lot of children with their parents in their hands. I felt a lot of women refuse to understand. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. See it, read it every day. Riots and the fire going on inside of LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. Protect for your money, I whatever else spring. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. 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 Took everything that I had, yeah. Walked away, but you left one thing behind. You're wondering just what that is. Yes, you are. Well, the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. When the wall comes tumbling down, I'll be there. When the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking. We're gonna make a little love down by the water. Maybe I'm the sun, maybe I'm a daughter when the music man calls. That's when I gotta play. So I burn for the things I never had. Sunny skies, the smell of palm tree air. Looking back, I could never feel fair. Yeah, the music has touched my soul. The way that the South holds its control. But I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to the land of the new. Oh, na 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 na. That I have lost my friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must go back before it's too late. You're afraid, you're feeling alone. Time and space can never afford. The holidays can ring in your fear. The ghostly embrace can only me tears. And I've got a new way.
Stop whining.
Where to choose. I'm gonna start running back for lands of blue. Oh, na 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 na. Sitting at the lake, I'm feeling confused, but I had my guitar, so I played this blues. But I'm afraid, what might be true, that I might never come back again. Seems to me that I have lost my friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must be back before it's too late. Before it's too late. Someone to take me down at night. Someone to make my day. New revelation fills my soul. Oh, I can waste away. You distracting my attention. You're all that's on my mind. You not looking for perfection, but you're too hard to find. Now the first night is coming, and I know what to do. You know that nothing feels sweeter than All right. Hey, yeah, yeah. Where did my color go? Got your head in the sand. You can't be in control using a powerful hand. I wanna be you, I wanna see you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue, yeah. All right. Yeah. Cat learns to ring a bell. Rat gets free from the maze. We can be taught to love. We've got to learn to wait. I wanna see you, I wanna be you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. Yeah, you're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, add a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue. Yeah. I wanna be, I wanna see, don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. Push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Yeah, black and white and blue. You're going black and white on the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue. Sunny skies, the smell of palm tree air. Looking back, I could never feel fair. The way the music has touched my soul, the way that the South holds its control. But I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to the land of the new. Oh, na 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 na. long, long summer day. I must be back before it's too late. You're afraid you're feeling alone. Time and space can never hold. The holidays can ring in your fear. The ghost embrace can only mean tears. And I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back for lands of blue. Oh, na 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 na. Sitting at the lake, I'm feeling confused, but I had my guitar, so I played this blues. But I'm afraid, what might be true, that I might never be back Seems to me that I have lost my way. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost one long summer day. I must be back before it's too late. Before it's too late.
All right. How's it going, everybody? And we are here, I think. Let me just get live. There we go. Beautiful. And we got Eric with the empty chair. What's up? gotta love opening up on that. What's going on, man? How's it going, everybody? I think we're here. And smash it. Yes. There you go, Pete. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. We've been having some really, really, really cool shows.
Smash it.
Hey, there is a tie in the NHL for number 2 all time. Oh, yeah. Easy for okay, cool. Yeah, so we got some stuff to go over tonight as usual. Shirts and Neef and NEAC, some more news. We got picture of the year tonight. We have picture of the week tonight. And so picture of the year right now, you are able to vote still for picture of the year up till 9:30 tonight for an hour and a half. And then once that's done, that's it. We're going to go right and we're going to announce the winner of picture of the year. And for those of you that don't remember picture of the year, what you get with picture of the year is the front cover of the calendar is yours, and you get a free metal print of that image. So and that's from us over at AstroWorld. So very, very cool. It's gonna be a lot of fun to do that tonight. And let's talk a little bit about the sponsors again, because I think that might change come the new year, but we'll see. Let's see. And there we go. So for those of you that are new to the show, welcome. We do have sponsors that give us a lot of stuff that we give away every week. Woodland Hills Camera and Telescopes give us gift certificates that we give away every month or so. We just gave away a $250 gift certificate, and we give away $50 more the rest of the year. So it's a lot of fun. And after that, we have Prima Luce, Camera Concepts, and Optolong. Optolong gave us about $6,000 worth of filters this year. So thank you to them. Prima Luce gave us a $3,500 Eagle. Camera Concepts gives us our gift certificates as well, just like Woodland Hills. So thank you to all of them. And we give away classes, and we're giving away 2 Masters of Pixinsight classes tonight. And the next class, believe it or not, is Tuesday, the 27th. So photos to photons, photons to photos, 11. And we're going to be giving away 2 classes for that. So again, more fun stuff, more free stuff. Been doing this all year, giving away free stuff. It's great. We have a lot of members. Quasar members are the highest level of membership we have. Well, the second highest now, because we have the Off the Rails member now. We just don't have any. So nobody's fool enough to pay for it. So that being said, Quasar members, thank you so much. Black Hole members, these are all Patreon and or YouTube members. Patreon is signified by the little Patreon logo there. Red Giant members, main sequence members. This is all up to date as of Wednesday. So, I mean, this is just crazy. Thank you to everybody. If you want to become a member sponsor, please join our Patreon at AstroWorld TV at Patreon. So it'd be nice to give us some support and, make more videos and all that kind of stuff. January 4th, upcoming, we have Don Goldman, which will be our first guest of the year. So we're going to be talking about Don's filter business and see what he has for the upcoming year going on. So it's going to be a lot of fun with that. January 11th, we got Carlos Aragon from RFT Stars. And again, if you haven't heard us talking about, this is Eric's little 501c3 that it's not little, but a 501c3 that he's been working with, and they do a really outstanding job. Go take a look at their video at rftstars.com. It's like a 2-minute video. I believe, Eric, you can correct me if I'm wrong. It's either him and his wife, or
it's him and his wife.
Yeah, it's him and his wife. So really cool 2-minute video on what, and this is a fundraiser, guys. So please come with your checkbooks and do a good thing for a really good organization. So, and we got to thank Eric for bringing this to the forefront, because it's really cool. Go take a look at it, rftstars.com.
It really is.
And Eric will talk a little bit about that when I'm done blabbering here. And Craig Stocks will be back January 25th to talk about his process. He uses APP quite a bit. So he's going to be talking about what he does with APP and what his workflow is. So that's going to be cool. And come and hang out with us. We got 107 on Discord now. And it just keeps on growing. So thank you, everybody, for the support and everything. It's great. It's awesome. I love it. And we love you guys and girls. And thank you so much for the support that you give us. So thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, if we really appreciate it. And definitely click on, wherever you are. If you're on Facebook, share with your friends. Remember, sharing is sharing. This is the season of caring and giving. So give us some help. Smash the like button if you're on YouTube, and share. And just have a good time Friday. It's Friday before Christmas. I hope everybody is, everybody in the area are staying warm. It's crazy out here, even where I'm at right now in Illinois. It's -4.
Yep.
Without the wind chill. I mean, with wind chill, it's like -15 or 20. Ooh. So yeah, it's brutal. So,
man,
but
crazy.
It's crazy. But yeah, everybody just stay warm when if you're out in these areas that are affected. And let's enjoy this Friday before Christmas.
Yeah, and it looks like your internet connection's a little wonky tonight, maybe.
Yeah, that's
could be the cold. It could be the cold weather.
Could be
the cold weather.
You gotta love Comcast. So
I got some good feedback on a video that I put out, and I can't put it on the live show because I'll probably get kicked off because it's not for kids. So, you know, feel free to. I'll show you guys offline if you want to look at it. If you want to, but I showed everybody how to make a drink, and it was pretty funny. but let's see. Smashed. Yeah, Eric Messer. That's the Windy City. A lot of F-bombs. Yeah, well, that's what I do. That's why I put the disclaimer in the beginning. I try and keep myself under control on the show. Sometimes it slips out, but you know, coming from Long Island, it's just not, you know, we're not very nice with our language so much in New York. So it is what it is. But so Eric, why don't you give these guys and girls a heads up on RFT Stars since that's coming up really soon.
Stars.
We got about 3 weeks.
Yep, it's coming up soon. They're I believe they're out of Tucson, Arizona. It is Carlos and his wife. They are both Air Force veterans. And they've been doing this now for several years. And what they're doing is something I personally think is pretty amazing, helping children who are suffering from issues with mental health. Their hope with those issues, astronomy through STEM. They are teaching them how to make their own telescopes, as well as, you know, some of these kids and some of the families that they are assisting are not as fortunate as maybe us and others. So they even take their time out to do food drives for them, get them, you know, get them assistance as they need. It's really something special that what they do, and a lot of their donations that they get are also, if people want to decide to donate to them, you know, like any telescope equipment, used equipment, they take in a lot of that stuff and they get tax deducted. It's a full legit 501c, so you do get tax donations from the state of Arizona. So there are 501c's in the state of Arizona right now. They've been recognized as a finalist in their area for what they're doing, and they help out. I mean, they're helping out hundreds of kids and families through outreach, and as I said, donations through food and assistance with helping these kids out. So we're going to be meeting and joining with Carlos, and he's going to do a presentation on the 11th about what he's doing through RFT Stars. And it's going to be a great opportunity to continue the season of giving. It just doesn't end, you know, on December 26th. We got to keep it going, you know, continue, you know, keep it moving, you know, and let's help them out just as we did with Limas and LAS, you know, let's see if we can do the same for them as well, because I think it's really worthwhile what they're doing.
Absolutely. So come and join us with Carlos on January 11th, so we could support them as well, because it's a really worthwhile cause.
Absolutely. So yeah, so now got the tree, I've got, you know, and we got some presents down there and all that other sort of stuff, and it's going to be fun, but it's going to be cold.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
Well,
1 foot outside, dude.
Yeah, well, you know, Jen's upstairs, you know, she literally lit up that second line of the COVID test like in like 2 seconds. I mean, it's like, oh, it was like, oh man, you know, you got those the cheap ones with the cardboard where it's not like the plastic one where you drip it in there. It's like a cardboard thing. You kind of flip over and roll a swab in there and everything. So this one today that she took was the only time I ever saw the bottom line, the one that tells you you're positive, turn like, it was like the scarlet letter. I mean, it was like, wow. It was so
red.
It was so red. It made the control line look pink. It was like, I was like, oh man, go back upstairs. It's
like, yeah, it's like, no doubt. Oh, you got this. As soon as you know, like everything touched, and you know, as soon as it starts doing its work, it takes like 2 seconds probably. Boom, yep. You are done.
Yep.
We already know you are
back upstairs. I'm gonna.
Oh,
I'm on the couch
Oh.
again tonight. So.
Best wishes. Hope she has a speedy recovery, as well as our compadre Jay James. We just got a message from him, and with AstroWorld, but he's been doing a lot of traveling. He does a lot of traveling to do a lot of conventions and shows, so he hasn't been on for a while.
Yep.
But he has had some sinusitis issues and sinus infection. So now they went to they had to do what they had to do, and he's convalescing. As far as recovering from surgery. From his sinus surgery. So wish him all the best, and wish him and Abby and Jackson and his wife, wish them all the best.
Absolutely.
Merry Christmas, and and I'm sure the kids are, Santa's going to be really good to those kids. So.
And this is the week he was supposed to be coming back on the show too.
Yeah, I know. Producing like he does, but we understand.
Yeah, it's not even producing. It's a traveling he does that, I mean, he's all over dealing with so many different parts of the country, and it's amazing he stays as healthy as he does. You know what I mean?
He's going all over.
He must have the immunity system of a perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect immunity
also,
system.
Jessie, she's recovering. She's had a bout of illness herself, and hopefully, and get well. So yeah, it's like it's crazy. You just dropping like flies.
I know.
Crazy. Oh, geez.
All right. So, first thing on my list of things to go over is the Astropalooza shirts. So, like I said a couple of weeks ago, Astropalooza is come and gone. It's almost 2 weeks away. We're still going to be selling the shirts till the end of the month or the end of the year, whichever way you want to look about it. And all the proceeds go to an astronomy club. We already polled the astronomy club. We know where the money's going. But buy a shirt, support that club. And if you're from that club, the Central Appalachian, then you should definitely buy a shirt because the money goes to your club. So go buy one. We get not a nickel out of it. We take all the proceeds and put it right into a check, which I write with my TD Bank checks high, and just send it away to them. So a lot of fun. So Masters of Pixinsight, Neef and Neak. So I want to run this around the horn to the members that are watching, the 21 that are watching. I know expect a slow night over the next couple of shows because of the holiday. But I kind of want to be, you know what? I kind of want to be the Happy Gilmore of Neef. You know what I mean? I kind of want to be the energy kind of it because it's kind of, and I don't know what to do. I know we're going to be running around with a camera and doing some interviews and schmoozing and all that. But I'm wondering what to do at the table. So if anybody has any ideas what to do at the table, let me know because I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Except sit there and sit in a chair and watch people walk by.
Dan, show them how to mix drinks.
I don't think on a college campus that might go over well. It might go over very well, but I don't think that the Rockland Community College would be very welcoming to me bringing in my drink machines. But if anybody has any ideas, let me know. And it looks like, and I didn't check today, 2023. Niak. So it looks like the NIAC website they updated. So it looks like that it's still going on the 14th and 13th of April. And looks like that the tickets go on sale January 2nd. So get your tickets to NEAF, get your tickets to NEAC. It's the first one since 2019. It's going to be awesome. It's the comeback. I'm telling you right now. It's going to be great. We're going to be better than AIC. Watch. Give us a couple years. He's like, yeah, right. Pickerick. Oh, so I think I finished my M42 picture. I think I'm done.
Good.
I think I'm done with it. I'll show you it real quick. And I got it on AstroBin. I threw it up there. I think I'm done with it. There it is. And there we go. And there it is. Let me put you on output so you can see it.
Yeah.
Options. Output. There you go. So now you should be able to see it.
All right. And let's take a look. See. All right.
Stars are a little bit bloated.
Yeah. Did you use and I'm sure you used Blur Exterminator on this, right? And
yep.
Okay.
See if I can get the original one up. So I was able to
star reduction, Dan.
Yeah, but I want to do something else. This version is done. I want to do something else because I'm getting some. For those of you that know the red cat, and it's weird. Certain red cats, even Josh had this problem, and we had it on the show, where they were getting some chromatic aberration from a yellow to a blue to a red in the stars. And I started seeing that in my stars when I zoomed in. So let me see if I can load project. File. Open recent project files. There we go. So while that's loading up, we'll get rid of this. But that's the image right now as it stands. And okay. for what it is, I think I'm happy with it. With the stars are a little bloated. But what I want to do, I'm going to do another round of processing with it. I want to start over again. And I want to do WBPP with the separate channels. I want the red, the blue, and the green extracted, and process it the way I know how, like a mono image. And I think that might help with the chromatic aberration to line things up a little bit better. But
so you're saying like a mono. So is this a one-shot color camera that you took?
Oh yeah, this is a 183 on a red cat.
So Dan definitely decided to try an OSC.
well, the red cat has always had the 183 on it for a long time,
and it's not so bad to process OSC, is it?
I prefer mono. I still prefer mono. It's easier for me in my head. I know it's not, but in my head, it's easier to manage things in black and white first because there's kind of less things to worry about to me. You know what I mean? You do this, and then color is not till the end. You just dump it together, combine, do a photometric or a spectroscopic color calibration. Do that, get that all together, then do your noise reduction, your blur, and then your noise rather, and then everything else. But I mean,
but the question is take a look at the color rendition. That's not bad looking at M42 that you got there for an OSC.
No.
And I guarantee you what's going to happen here is we talked about what are going to be the advances coming through here down in the near future. Case in point is going to be algorithms. Mm-hmm. Post-processing algorithms are going to make it to the point where you won't be able to tell really, this is my assessment, that you won't be able to tell really the difference between a mono and an OSC.
Yep.
Case in point, look at what Corman is doing for Blur Exterminator. I mean, how is that going to be a game changer? So there's going to be a lot of these algorithms that are going to be coming down the pipe that are just going to make it so easy now to post-process that you don't have to just spend hours and days just obsessing over post-processing techniques.
Thank you for the nice Tom, Dennis. Thank you. But again, I'm not I can't wait to get my telescope back. It's coming back. It looks like it's not a telescope problem, so I'm gonna have to do some more troubleshooting. I'm literally gonna have to do a camera, take a picture, take a look at it, do a filter, I'm gonna have to do it step by step because I don't know. I'm not an idiot. I know my telescope stuff. I do. It's just something is rotten in the state of Denmark, and it's just not good. I'm new to AstroWorld and AP, so I'd be interested to get your thoughts on how to best interpret a histogram. On the Star Trek, ISO 800 is sweet spot, 1200D.
Before you answer, is it a modified DSLR or is it a stock DSLR?
Stock.
Okay, then there we go.
It's a stock DSLR. So, I mean, we were talking about this. Weren't we talking about this, 2 shows ago, about the histogram and where you kind of want it? What's that?
A little bit, yeah, we were.
Yeah. So, I mean, as long as you're off that left wall, the histogram is off that left wall. Oh, you're looking at the camera, so this way. so the left wall is here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want a space. You want a space on the left, right?
A little bit of a space,
right? So you're not up against that wall, so you're clipping data. You want a little bit off that wall, and you don't want to be all the way over towards the middle because now you might be overexposing. Middle is more like flats. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you just want about, again, when you're looking at the histogram, I know a lot of people shoot by looking at the histogram. A lot of really good astrophotographers do. I don't. But I also don't use a DSLR either.
The suggestion is, like as you said, Dan, is make sure the foot is off at the far left. But case in point, look at the dynamic range on a DSLR. Ideally, it's either 800 ISO or 1600 is the two choices. Even like the Canon 60 version 1, Mark 1, you can go up to maybe 3200. But typically 800 to 1600 is the sweet spot for ISO. And when people talk about when people talk about how long do I take an image, once again, it depends upon your site location. Mm-hmm. Is it dark skies? You got light pollution. You got to overcome, the light pollution. Are you at a dark sky site? So if you're at a dark sky site, I would recommend that you could probably push that between, say, 3 and 5 minutes. If you're in the city, you might want to push that no more than, say, maybe 45 seconds to a minute.
Well, I mean, not for nothing. I'm in now. They've just reclassified within the past year Long Island as a Bortle 9. So I literally shoot that one shot color image that you just saw. That's 757 30-second images, 300 or so 10-second images, and 270 something 5-second images. So if this loaded up, did this load up yet? Let's see if Pixinsight loaded up yet. Man, it's taking forever. You know what? I have so many images in this project that it hasn't even loaded up yet. It's been loading the whole time. But I was doing a lot of instances in this project, so it's taking an extra while to load up, and you'll be able to see what I did. But Eric, I'm dealing with the same thing that you're dealing with. I'm on Long Island, and it's hard, man. It's hard. How long did it take to process? It didn't take that long, but it took a lot longer than normal because I was playing with a bunch of new a new AI. I was playing with Blur Exterminator. I was playing with, even though they said not to do noise reduction before Blur, I wanted to see what would happen if I did. you know,
Right.
you want to see these things, and even know that we've had Russ on the show before, and he talks about Blur Exterminator and how it was trained, how the AI was trained, and it was trained with noise in the image, so it knows what the noise is. So if you do a noise reduction before Blur, you're kind of doubling it up, and you can possibly do some damage to the picture and to the stars. But the whole image took to process maybe about 3 hours when it going back and forth. I don't spend days and weeks. I'll do a little bit at a time, because when I process something, if I'm sitting at a computer, and this is just a personal thing with me and the way my head works and where my brain works. If I sit at a computer and try and process something for hours and hours and sit there, I will lose my mind. So I will sit there and I will do up to, let's say, color calibration, and I'll walk away. And then I'll do up to the stretch, and then I'll walk away. And then look back at it, look back at the steps, go in with fresh eyes. I like to kind of see, because I get tunnel vision very quickly, and I don't see the screw ups that I could have possibly made. And sometimes I see them walking away and coming back. It's kind of, for me, it's like playing a video game. When you get stuck on that board on a video game and you're there for like weeks and you can't beat it, and you say, screw it, I'm not playing it no more. And you put it away, and 3 months later, you come back to it and you beat it on the first try. Same thing, So, and that's the way, and I don't know how everybody works, but that's the way I work. And I just kind of go back and forth.
But let me ask you guys something. You're mentioning, say, away, a little bit away off the left,
right,
of the histogram. Would it be better to set a goal to be more, maybe like 10%? If you wanted to break it up in quadrants or in sections, the histogram, break it up in sections from, like, say, 10% all up to 100%, where it's all the way to the right. Okay. Maybe to shoot for, if you have some sort of a grid or anything like that on your display, back on your camera, to shoot more at 10 to 15%, or maybe even 20, to get towards there, to be close to the left, to risk clipping, to be a bit more, or maybe I'm thinking maybe a bit more conservative, and try to push those to you get to maybe between 10 to 20%, where okay, this is a good range, this is a good range for what my histogram should be, and I know that I should be getting some good signal, a signal to noise ratio. What are your thoughts on that? Instead of just getting it super close, pushing it a little bit and maybe exposing a little bit longer.
Eric, you have backyard EOS, right?
I do.
What you can do in backyard EOS is that there's a setting there where you can actually have 3 or 4 quadrants. And what you do then is you want to push that close to that very first quadrant that you can, because remember, you can split that signal into 3 channels, right? RGB, or you can combine it as one. Yeah, so that's what you want to do in backyard EOS. And that's why I said, when I used my DSLR, I like backyard EOS. It's a great little program, and you can definitely go with either 3 quadrants or 4 quadrants. And that's a really good idea to kind of use that to maybe push that foot closer towards that first quadrant. But then again,
and that's
it depends.
And
then it depends upon the ISO. We know what ISO is, right? It's just an amplification process. But, as I said, you find out what the best ISO is for your camera, and you set it there. And then that will definitely, and then it depends upon the duration of your exposure. Once again, depending upon your site location, is it a high surface brightness target, low surface brightness target, and are you using a filter for the OSC? So that makes a big difference too, because if you're using an NBZ filter, you know now that you can expose a lot longer, because the fact that you're going to have more photons that are going to be rejected, because the NBZ filter is an interference filter.
Yep.
So that's the beauty about it as well.
Right. Now, this is back, to Eric's question. This is why I was bringing this up, is because a lot of us all started out. I'm speaking for myself. Started out with DSLR. 1100 is the Canon T3,
Right.
and yes, I have EOS, and that's what I used initially. Before what I'm and starting out. If you don't, Eric, if you don't have that, I would recommend looking up backyard, picking it up. It's very inexpensive if you're not using that right now for your astrophotography. It is a great inexpensive piece of software to use for capturing with your DSLR, and it will definitely support that Canon camera. And yeah, set it up in those quadrants so and then test around between 8 and 600 and 1600 ISO, and see how things may turn out between both ISOs. And I personally, if I can recall, with my 1100D or T3, I was around 1600 ISO was the best for me. So I would definitely, if you recommend that soft, and getting to that foot of the histogram over, if you're breaking it up in those 4 quadrants to that very first edge, that first quadrant, then I think you would be right where you want to be as far as exposure. But again, to Pete's point, you also have to take a look at your targets. The bright surface targets such as M42 or Andromeda, and also considering are you using a telescope with this, or are you using a DSLR lens? Are you using 400 millimeter DSLR lenses or anything like that? So yeah, those would be some of the tips I would give.
Yeah, now correct, guys, please. I know it's been a while for me with DSLRs, and I was just looking to see if I was incorrect. But doesn't on DSLRs, whether Canon, Nikon, it doesn't matter. Doesn't the dynamic range increase with the lower the ISO?
I believe it does.
The camera. The link that I just posted will tell you. What you do is you post what the camera that you're talking about, and it will show you exactly what the dynamic range will be in terms of what the ISO setting is.
You got to send me the link, because you can't
Yes,
put links up.
Yeah.
It's posted about maybe 4 or 5 up there. It's a great
you can't post links. It's not being
they won't show up.
You got to give it to me.
Yeah, send them over.
They won't.
Okay, no, it's got to be the host only. So if you want to send me the link over text, I'll put it in.
Okay, let me just do that, Dan. Tell you what I'll do, Dan, is I'll send it to you in the email. So I'll get that over to you then.
Even better.
Okay, there we go.
So he's using the Astrotech 70 millimeter.
Okay.
I believe that is a triplet? I think the AT70ED is a triplet. It's like one of the triplets, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, definitely. What software are you using currently right now?
The Astrotech 70 is an F6 doublet.
Thank you. What software are you using right now? Have you gotten to that point yet? Because you say you're new to astrophotography. Have you decided on software yet? Or what type of software you're going to start using to acquire? So you're using Cyril and GIMP. That's for post. But as far as taking your images, do you have any type of automated, like backyard EOS or using Sequence Generator Pro or anything like that to take the actual photos. Or are you using it? Maybe you're using an envelometer, or something like that. But if you're doing, and I'm just looking here, okay, because this is on the star tracker. All right. So I'd be also curious on what type of star tracker you're using.
I just sent that link up, by the way. So the link is up there.
So you're using a Star Adventurer GTI.
A new one. Nice.
Yeah. Now those are just straight star trackers. They're not go-tos, are they? Or are they?
The GTI. Well,
So
the
he's
GTI doesn't.
So he's just tracking an RA. He doesn't have declination. So
No,
it's
the
just
GTI. The new GTI has both. It's EQ.
Yeah, but does he have the new GTI? That's what we need to find out.
It is a go-to. All right.
Yeah, that's a new one then. Yeah, that's the new GTI. The Star Adventurer, the Star Adventurer 2 is the one that's just the RA tracker.
Okay. So you should. Okay, so yeah, it is the new one. So yeah, definitely check out BackOS. That is a great starter tool as far as software for acquisition to set up sequencing, and it has some really, really great tools in there for measuring, for as far as full width half measure. It's got some in there. And it's very inexpensive. Last time I checked, it was about $50 or $60, but I could be wrong. It could be about the same price.
Sorry, what were you talking about? You faded out there.
Backyard EOS, the cost, it could be between
I
50
think
to
it's like
$60.
$50. I remember what 49 change or something like that.
Yes. Yeah. Backyard EOS.
And I'll put the link up there. It's now.
You can also use
$50. Yep, $50.
Okay. Yeah, and that's a good basic starter. But also, to David's point, Nina works very well with Canon cameras.
Yep.
You will need to take some time. I would say start maybe with the basic sequencer first to get your feet wet before you move into the advanced sequencer.
Yeah.
You Nina, and it's free.
Yep, that is true. It is free. And there is a crap ton of support for it, and an awesome Discord channel if you have any questions for it. So oh my God. So if you're using, I gotta say, if you're don't get me wrong, Backyard EOS is very user friendly. It's like a push click here kind of thing. Nina could get ready pretty hairy pretty quickly, so it's an awesome program and we all use it. But if you're just starting off, you may want to get your feet wet with Backyard EOS because it's just as functional. It'll run your focuser, it'll run your rotate, it'll run your camera, you run your mount, it'll do everything that Nina does. Nina does obviously a lot more, but it's a lot more of a learning curve as well.
Yeah. And I would recommend one thing I wish I would have learned, or if somebody would have told me initially, if I'm just getting started, do a lot of the work you want to do to get familiar with everything. Do it during, the later quarter or full moon and things like that. So that way, when you're ready to take those first lights in the new moon phase, you will be ready, so utilize those the full moon times, not this time, like this time of the month, this is new moon. You want to wait when you're getting closer past this towards full moon to really start playing around. That would be your best time as far as working out the bugs, learning things, testing, trying out that Backyard EOS soft EOS that stuff away from the ideal imaging days, and then go for it. Once you start getting familiar, start getting comfortable, with the software, it's going to take some time just to initially really get used to your mount and how your mount is handling things, how it's tracking, your guiding, all of those things. You want to get really familiar with that stuff now. Before you want to do that very first light or first project. And it's okay to make mistakes. Trust me, we all do them.
Oh yeah.
But you're gonna learn from those mistakes.
And it's interesting because this kind of leads into another question, and I'm going to throw this out for the membership. Let's say we've got an OSC. Let's say it's a ZWO, one-shot color.
Mm-hmm.
They always say that you definitely get an IR UV cut filter. But let's just say I wanted to use an NBZ filter. Would I want to have an IR UV cut filter with the NBZ filter, or would an NBZ filter suffice? Has anybody ever thought about that?
Well, it just depends on what your target is. The NBZ is an interference filter, strictly, and it's a narrow. It's
That's
an
it, Eric.
interference filter. So
remember when we talked earlier, you're absolutely right, Eric. Why do I want to spend the money on a UV IR cut filter, right? You don't need one. If you got an NBC filter, because remember, everybody looks at what the transmission curves are, but let's look at the opposite end. What is it that it doesn't allow? That's the secret.
Yeah.
So if you're using a one-shot color camera, don't buy into this program that you got to buy an IR UV cut if you're going to be using like an NBZ filter, or I don't know what's Optilon's version of NBZ. What do they call it? The L-Enhance?
Yeah, L-Enhance, Solid Stream.
L-Enhance, stuff like that. Yeah. Those are your your dual narrow band and stuff like that. But it depends. That UV IR cut, it really depends on if that says ZWO camera itself.
No, you don't need it. You don't need it. If you're gonna get
what about for broadband?
If you're gonna get an OSC filter for a dual channel, then you don't need to get an IR or UV cut. You don't have to buy into that.
No. I'm talking about LR, but if you're doing just a straight RGB.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. What if you're doing an RGB, then would you need that UV IR cut filter?
Mm-hmm.
For RGB, not for narrowband, but for straight, say if you're imaging, say the Pleiades or a galaxy or anything like that, would you then use the UV IR cut?
If you're just doing one-shot color?
Yes.
Yeah, I would use it. And I would also use it as a mono, as a luminance.
Yes, yeah. And but
man, your audio is horrible, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm so delayed. And it's so crazy. I'm so delayed. I can tell how delayed it is.
Well, you're not delayed on here. Maybe you're delayed on your side. I think it's maybe your download speed, maybe, because on here is pretty good. But I've been using, so that, just so you know, that M42 is with the I-D3 filter, the LED blocker.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder what it'll look like without it. We'll see.
Yeah. Let's see.
I got, I got another picture I got to show you guys. Here you go. This is something I made up real quick.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get this up. And some people get this, other people won't get this, but we'll see. We'll see who gets it. I'm gonna make it. Oh, not that one. Not that one. Oh, come on. There we go. There you go. And here you go.
Oh, jeez. Oh my goodness.
That's what I did today.
Oh boy. Yeah. Who says you don't? Yeah. Who says you're really, really busy, man? You got too much time on your hands.
Hey, since this is the last show before Christmas, maybe we can interspread the image of the week, the image of the month during the course of the show. Would it be okay to do something like that?
Yeah.
Or do you want to just
what do
wait
you want
till
to do first? You want to do something first? What do you want to do first? So
I don't know. Just, I mean, we've got the time. I was just thinking we should interspace it here.
Yeah, we do. We do. Let's see. Let me get on the admin site real quick. And let's see. So we'll do picture of the year last. How about that? And let's see. So we have in the waiting in the wings, we have wow, image of the week's only got 5 votes and it ends in 40 minutes. So five votes. Everybody must be on vacation.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We've got 26 members online. Can they vote online?
Yeah, they can vote right now. They can vote right now until 9:30. Go vote.
Go in there and vote right now.
Vote for image of the week. There's only 2 of them. So go vote for one of them. And then we already know who won the host picture of the year. Congratulations, Pete. And picture of the year, we have 54 votes in. For 54 votes. And I think I know who won. It was it's pretty much a landslide. Yeah, it's pretty much, but I won't say who. But and that's the only polls that we have going. Those are the only image picture of the month November, picture of the month December. We did, and that's it. All right, yeah. So we got so we could do. So we're still kind of waiting on. We could do picture of the year right now and picture of the week at the end if you want.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, Dan. We'll just, as I said, we've got time here. We can just kind of run this through.
Yeah, we can do that. And all right, so here's the polls that we got going on the website. And for those of you that are new to the show, great. But for those of you, go to the website, astroworldweb.com, and you can go to image contests. Okay, and I'll actually show it to you real quick. And astroworldweb.com, and you wait for it to pop up slowly because I'm using a lot of bandwidth here. So image contests, and then you wait for it to load up. Sometimes it loads up once or twice depending on how many pictures we got going. And then the loading, some of them are really heavy pictures, so you got to give it a second. There we go. We have pictures of the week winner. And here are the current picture of the week entries. We got a star list, flaming star. And we have M82. Is that right? Cigar? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the picture of the month is done. We know who won that. That was the bat and the squid. And then down here we have the picture of the year. We already know who won that. And then the host picture of the year. Let's see, is the picture of the week? Yeah, the picture of the week is still running, right? Yeah, picture of the week is still running. Yep. So it's still working. So we got 9 answers now. So keep on going, guys. We got to get more votes than that. So
don't be bashful.
No, don't worry. I only know your IP address. I don't know your name. But here is your pictures of the week. And if you are so inclined to buy an AstroWorld Astropalooza T-shirt before the year is done, you go right to the AstroWorld store, go to the Astropalooza site, and you can buy your shirt. Just go to the shirt, find the shirt right here, and boom, you get whatever you want and have it shipped right to your house, front and back. The only sad thing about it there's 2 guests that were here that are not listed. Wayne Parker was a surprise guest, and Tom Bramwell, who we finalized things like 2 days before, so the shirts were already out. So I apologize to those 2, but thank you so much for being a part anyway. So there you go. So go vote.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Please go vote.
So picture of the year. You want to see who picture of the year is?
Let's do it.
All right. So let's do picture of the year. So here we go. Let's go back to the page. And we'll go to, well, we already know who won the host picture of the year, which was with Pete Meyer's Horsehead Nebula.
Yep.
And the picture of the year, I think that was a sham, Pete. I don't know, but I think I won. But no, that's an awesome
You
picture,
got
bro.
yeah.
Hey, you'll be in December probably, so because it's a winter object. So but the picture of the year. All right, you ready? 54 votes in. Picture of the year goes to Panagiotis Gallinopoulos.
Gracious me.
Yeah, and we'll show you the picture.
We just call PG for short, right?
That's what I call him. I call him PG. And it was 29 out of the 54 votes, well over 50%. There was no catch in that. But I'll show you the picture real quick. Wait for it to pop up. It's an outstanding picture. It's WR 134, if I remember right. Wolf Rayet?
Yeah, Wolf Rayet. Yeah.
There it is. Right there.
Whoa, look at that.
That's picture of the year right there. So congratulations to PG.
Yep.
The PG rated dolphin head.
Well deserved.
Congratulations to PG. Awesome. Picture of the year right there. Thank you, Pete. My ownership. Nice. Congratulations, Pana. So great job to Pana. Great job. I gotta tell him he's on the Discord channel. He sometimes shows up. Are you gonna do a critique tonight? I put my Melot 15 there in a couple. It got skipped over. Did it really? All right. Well, let's see if we can make up for that because we gotta fill up some time slots here. So let's see. It got skipped over, did it? I'm sorry about that. Let me see. Astropod submissions, critique. And oh, there it is. Dave Schaefer, Malot 15. No, it's still there. December 7th. Yep. All right. Here you go, guys. Take a look at this one.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Nice. Look at that.
Got some definition to it.
Whoa. How come that didn't get submitted earlier? That should have made the calendar.
I mean, even surrounding, I mean, just look, not even, I mean, leaving to the left there, all that.
All that dark nebula there? Yeah, absolutely.
All that dark nebulosity. I mean, fantastic.
That looks really good, Dave.
Yeah, Dave, how come this didn't make the calendar? Oh man, it's got to be. You know what? Can we submit it for next year's calendar?
He can submit whatever he wants.
I tell you what, let's do that for next January. Then.
It's got to win a picture of the month. You know, it's got to be voted by the peers. So I mean, it's not like
Absolutely, it is beautiful.
Well done, sir.
Now, Simon Cowell coming out.
Okay.
I love the picture, Dave. The picture's awesome. It's great. I love it. The definition's awesome. It looks great. You can definitely tell what's now about because the stars are just a little bit purple. Just a little bit to me. They're a little bit purple. So, and again, especially right here, I think, you can see, maybe you can't see it in the land of YouTube, but you can definitely see it on the screen. But I'll tell you, that SCNR inverted image trick that we always talk about might work for you here. Just a little bit, like 25% green out. And just take it out, invert it, get that purple out, because you can see it a little bit. But let me tell you something. The definition of this picture is freaking unbelievable. Unreal.
Yep.
This whole area and what Eric was talking about over here.
You know what? A little blur exterminator would really bring that up, the sharpness.
Yep. And that's just me. I just like to be the nitpicker. Yeah, my pictures aren't half as good as yours, Dave. So I really shouldn't be saying anything. But it's awesome. It's good. You need to submit this next time.
Yep, absolutely. But you know what? Definitely run a little blur exterminator on it. I guarantee you that sharpness will just really bring that out, and just get rid of the purple. I think you've got a winner here.
Yeah, and it doesn't even need a lot. It's not offensive. It's not an offensive purple. It's just, you could just kind of tell that it's there for me. And again, it's just me being a jerk. That's all it is. And that's all it is. And you know what? And you know what? And I say this to people that I work with, and I say this to my wife and my friends and my family, and I say it all. If I keep on telling you your shit don't stink, you're gonna believe it. And it's got, the more honest you are with people, at least what you see. And again, what we see does not matter a bit. It doesn't matter. But you know what? If you like it, it's great. I don't like my own pictures. That's why I don't throw them up there. I know my stars uploaded and they suck. But you know what? That's, am I happy with it? I'm happy with it. That's fine. It'll go up on my wall. Am I going to be the best processing astro? No, I am not Masters of Pixinsight. I am not Adam Block. I'm not. I don't have the time to do that. It's not my full-time job. It's not any of our full-time job yet. But if and or when that does happen, and I can put full-time into processing without pulling my hair out, that's great. But you know what? It's you know what? You gotta like what you do, and you gotta like your result, and that's the bottom line. You like your result, and you think you did great. That's awesome, and that's an awesome
Eric,
picture.
Hey, yeah, Eric. Sure, definitely. We love to get to. Then you give instruction on.
Yeah, if you just go to the website that I showed you before. And I'll show it again real quick just to show you. So this is the website, and it's astroworldweb.com right there. And then if you go up to the top of the page and you go into image contests, and then you just scroll down, it'll say submit your photos anytime. Click here to drop your files. You drop the files in there, and now you're in the Astropod submissions folder. You just drop them in there. And please do me a favor, for everybody that's dropping stuff in there. I know sometimes it's easier to just put notes in the Google Drive. Please just make a separate doc or text with the specs, especially things like your name would be nice.
Yes, please.
Sometimes on the random objects, just what the object is, because sometimes the object is not apparent in the name, but do something. It doesn't have to be an entire dossier of your picture. Some acquisition details, what it is, what you did, what you used, your name, and that's it. But that's how you do it. That's it.
Would definitely be appreciated.
And there you go. So that's how you do it, Eric. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the channel. we do a lot of fun stuff here. And next, what is it? After the new year, we're gonna have. I'm so excited for Don Goldman to come on, and Dr. Sass is gonna be on in February again. I just gotta.
Oh, nice, wonderful.
Yeah, we gotta sort some things out with Dr. Sass and his Mac. You know.
Yeah, I know he was having some trouble over
sharing his screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
They kept on asking for permission on a Mac, and we got it working when we had the Thanksgiving trifecta. That was no problem.
Hey, Dave, we also got to get Jeff. You got to send an email to Jeff Dickerman, and we got to get Jeff back on.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And we're starting to gear up for 2023 and starting to get those get those guests rolling.
This brings up another good time that we should maybe ask the viewer membership, since what would they like to see us do here for 2023?
Yeah.
I mean, we pretty much kind of figure out what we'd like to do, but maybe they've got some ideas that we should definitely entertain as well. So please, if you've got any ideas as to what you would like to hear or what you would like for us to do, please submit that, and we'll definitely kind of get it amongst all of us to be able to do.
I'm not bad mouthing Max. I'm just saying. We had an issue with some permissions with the Mac on with the platform that I use here. So can we order calendars? So good. That's a good question, Josh. So the calendars will be going up on the AstroWorld store probably Monday or Tuesday, and then you'll be able to place the orders. So yes, you'll be able to order Monday or Tuesday. I just want to get through the holiday, and then I'll put it up as an order. And then he's never going to get a PC laptop. He's a Mac guy. And again, I don't expect it. We had other people using Macs too, and they worked fine. It had to do with something. It's a little setting somewhere, and we'll figure it out. But let's see. I'll take a look right now and see if it's there. And let's see. And AstroPod submissions. Yeah, it's if it's the one with the weird name. Yep, that's it. I gotcha. Yeah, your stars look better than mine, man. But all right, where are we here? I need 6 calendars. Whoo, man. Okay. Hey, listen, it's gonna be interesting. So, depending on, I have it all set with a distributor now. It's looking that the calendars are gonna be somewhere in the $25 to $30 range for the calendars. And we'll see when all the pictures get in and how everything sorts out. That's probably where it's going to be, where it's going to be sitting. So we'll see. I'm going to try and keep the cost as low as I can, but I just want to make sure, it is a lot of time putting it in there, getting these things together, and all that kind of stuff. So, but figure somewhere about that, $25 to $30. 4 hours, 241-minute exposure. So that's pretty good. Yeah, what else we got going on tonight? It's almost, is it 9:30 yet?
Well, it looks like there's been a couple more submissions for critiques.
What was that, Pete?
I said, I think there's more submissions for critiques.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there is.
I think maybe Eric dropped one in, and yeah, AZ Forerunner, NGC 2264.
Yeah, I got Jay's AZ Forerunners. So here we go. We could do that. That's at the top of the list. So let's see. There we go.
I like the color. It's interesting. it's a bit of magenta that it worked out a little bit as far as the actual cloud structure color. I kind of
I like the color. I like the teal in the middle. Of course, I love the green in it. So I got to say I love the green in it. I don't know. I think there's more data here, though. Just looking
you think he's left something out on the
Yeah, I think the blacks are a little crushed, and I think it could be a little bit brighter in the background, and you might be able to get some more data out of the cloud structure. Maybe, I don't know. Again, JPGs do a real shitty thing to pictures, but the cloud structure is awesome. I mean, look at this detail here.
Yeah.
All in here.
The fox fur, yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, the fox fur. Yeah, fox fur is one of my favorite nebulae. And it's really, really cool.
Then you got the Christmas tree and the cone.
Yep.
Not sure what this is down here.
I like it.
I don't know what that is. I think the picture looks good. I think it looks real good. I think you may be leaving some data on the table.
Yeah, I think you may have pushed the contrast a bit much.
Yep.
It is quite dark.
I don't know. You tell me, Jay, because I mean, yeah, he's even saying he dropped it down a bit. Did you get my horse head HA? All right. Everybody's sending pictures in now. All right. Let's see. Horse head HA. I don't see a horse head HA. Let's see. I see an M13. I see an Auriga. M33. Auriga. Dave Schaefer. M33. No, I don't see that. Yeah, I'm looking in the critique. I'll refresh it. Let me see. Is it called something else? Is it called? I don't see that in there. It's definitely not in there. Let's see if it's in last modified. Chris Jensen, no. You got to put your names in here or yeah, I don't see it in there. Send it to me again. Put it back in there. It's not in there, but let's see. Oh, you sent it a couple of weeks ago. Sent it a couple of weeks ago. Let's see. So Tom Peter. All right, let me see if it's Tom. Nothing under Tom Peter either. That sounds.
I think Tom might have to send it again.
Owner. Yeah, I don't see it, man. I'm looking all over the place. I don't see it anywhere, and I don't delete anybody's picture either. I got probably why.
Bernard 33. Bernard. Oh, that's Chris Jensen. Yeah, is that it? Oh no, like the third one down. Bernard 33.
No, this is Tom Peter.
Oh, okay.
Supposedly. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, just send it to me again and I'll throw it up there, Tom. So I apologize about that. I need to decide during this end of year rebates, the camera. Recommend me something, a camera for solar. Well, a camera for solar be the, was it the 174? I remember right.
174 mono, the
Yeah.
432 mono.
And a 174 has got a sick frame rate. I mean, that's, you know, that's the one a lot of people are using for solar right now.
Actually, yeah, that actually the 432 mono was taken over pretty much as far as for solar. It is, that's the one that's done that has the large
Yep.
pixel, I think like in,
I lost you there. What was that?
sorry, yeah, that's 100 pixel size then versus the 174, and that's the one that ZWO is touting as, you know, the successor of the 174 when it comes to solar.
Yeah, well, it's got the
It's
9.
the
It's got the
432
9,
mono.
right?
Yes, it's the one that has. Yeah, the 9 the
9
pixel.
micron?
Yeah, the 9 micron pixels.
Yeah.
Yep.
And 9 micron.
Yeah, that's if you're looking for the 432.
Yep. And the frames per second on the 174 is still better than the 432.
It is, but I don't think by much, if I'm not mistaken.
120 to 164. So
okay,
that's pretty significant.
That's a significant bump.
So I get the camera with the discount now or the filter? Get the camera. You get the filter later. Oh, if you got the 174 already, then get the filter.
Get the filter, right.
Unless if you're planning to go to the 432, then get the camera. So
yeah, because that camera, the 432 is over $500.
Yeah, it's on sale right now for $539.
Yeah, that's the one where I was really questioning why doesn't ZWO do something a deep sky camera size micron for like long focal length?
Yep.
You know, why don't they do an actual DSO cooled camera for that? You know, with that using that chip,
that would be awesome.
I think it would be. I'd be curious.
Then you're opening up. You know, I mean, let's think about it. We talk about pixels and sampling and all that, and with the 3.76, that's kind of more or less standard at this point. That 3.76 micron standard that comes out. Unfortunately, when you're dealing with focal lengths exceeding 1500 or so millimeters or more, you're really kind of like turning off those long focal length users. And then Pete, you know, you got to go to the Teledynes, Moravians, all those stuff with the, you know, and you're talking a significant cost increase to the camera.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, I think personally, you know, you're pushing out those consumers who have the longer focal length, you know, the 1,000, 1,500 and plus focal length users who using Schmitz, you know, and Richies and plane wave CKs.
Yep.
I mean, you're pushing them out. The guys who are really just the entry level guys who are just getting really, you know, who don't want or can't afford to go towards like, you know, CDK 17s and 20, you know, but want to stay more towards, you know, CDK, you know, 12s or, you know, or Schmitz. You're pushing them out and forcing them to go a much more
other places. Yeah, and you know what? ZWO has really kind of cornered that market from the the 3 to the 6 micron camera. They've
Yes.
kind of cornered that market right there. So, but for the most part, I mean, you get an 8-inch Schmidt and you're running at 3.6, I mean, 8-inch Schmidt is your entry level,
It is.
2000 millimeter scope. I mean, you could
And
still
we have to be-
use those cameras. You could use, the 4s and the 5s, but
but we're binning.
yeah, you're binning. Yep.
But we have to bin.
Yep.
So we are, it just pushes us out. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. And that's what we were just talking about, Frank. You'd have to go binning on that. So let's see. So somebody, Mark Ellis looked like put up the jellyfish. Let's take a look at that real quick. I see critique. Work in progress. I guess that's it. There we go. And loading takes forever to load. And oh man, he must have did this and knew I was going to be looking at it. But all right.
I like it. It's cool.
All right.
It's green is it's as green as Kermit, but
it's too much green. I like green, but it's got to be kind of like a transitionary color to me. To have it be the tomahawk steak on the plate, it's kind of like having that tomahawk steak on the plate and you're missing the bone. And it's like so I think that green's a little too much. I think you can put. I see a lot of blue in the center of that green, which you can kind of pull out. I think a little bit better, right in here.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's too much green. I think the jellyfish looks pretty decent. It's got that nice blue glow kind of around it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I like right there in between, right where you're at, where your cursor is. I love that area. That's just that whole wisp area. Yeah, that whole area. I really do like that.
Reminds you, it's like a little reminiscent of the Veil, a little bit.
Mm-hmm. A little bit, for sure.
And I don't know, Mark, did you use BlurX on here? Because I don't think you did. You got to get it. You got to go buy it.
No, Mark has it.
He's got to use it because I don't think he used it. Mark, did you use it?
Yes. By 2 with that 10 Schmidt, with that 10-inch Schmidt.
He hasn't done any color work yet. I'm just reading, so I hate green.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like green too, Tarek. I do, and I've been it's not a secret. I like green a little bit, but it's gotta be for me a transitionary, like a blue to the green to the yellow to the red, kind of like a rainbow, But if it's everything green, it just drives me nuts. It's too much.
So you're saying it's Hulk green is what it is, right?
like Hulk green in the eyes, and it goes to the yellow. That that kind of thing. Yeah, but you know what, Mark? I think you might have been able to push the detail on the Blur Exterminator maybe just a little bit more. A little bit more on the non-stellar sharpness. A little bit. I think that would have might have helped out your Dark Nebula a little bit more, because you have a crap ton of really, really cool equipment, and I think you could get a lot more detail out of that. But the sharpness of the clouds, I mean, it looks good. The jellyfish looks really good. I like it. Well, there is a green exterminator. But it's only in It's only in Photoshop.
Really Photoshop,
Hasta la
yeah.
vista.
Hasta la vista green. And that's pretty cool. It's a nice little action that you could buy for like $10 or something.
Hey, you know what I'd like? I would like to see everybody's who is on our membership. I like to see their equipment. I think that what we could do is maybe next year, what we could do is we could just kind of post a little segment where we could say, hey, let's just take a look at everybody, whether it be a permanent setup, portable setup. Kind of cool just to see everybody's little setup and see what they've got, and maybe have them do a little, dog and pony about why they've done this and what they've done. And I think that'd be kind of cool.
A little testimonial, like a member testimonial type thing.
Absolutely. I think that's a good idea. What they've done to kind of improve upon, like, let's say they bought a mousetrap. How can I improve upon a mousetrap? Because typically that's what I do. I buy something, I look at it, I think about it for a couple of days and say, okay, how can I improve this? And I'll find a way to go ahead and just make an improvement on it. But, as I said, that might be a good little segment that we could do next year, Dan.
And what I could do is I could put like a member page on the website, and then we could have just meet our members, and everybody has their own little page with a bio.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Absolutely.
So if anybody wants, if you think that's a great idea, let's do a poll. We'll do a poll. How about that? We'll do a poll. How do I do a poll again? I don't remember how to do this. How do I do a poll? Let's start a poll. There we go. How do I do a poll? Is a member, meet our member page.
Dan, you might want to write this down in your notes, right, for next year.
Got it right here.
There you go. Because it looks like more people that want to actually submit submissions, but they just need some more information.
There's the poll. There's the poll. Is meet our member page a good idea? So far, I still want to know who was the moron that said they didn't want to see Astropalooza next year. I still want to know that.
Oh wow!
There was
Are you kidding?
one standout. It was like a Joe Manchin or cinema, just standing out there waiting for the clouds to roll in. But telling you, let's see. So,
but let's just ask you your membership right now. What other items would you like to see us do for next year? I mean, this is kind of like the end of the year, right? I mean, well, we've got next week, but more importantly, maybe we should kind of get some ideas. Is there anything else that they would like to maybe make recommendations or suggestions?
there you go. So we got 15 votes in, 100% so far saying meet our member page is a good idea. So we have 29 people watching. Let's get some more votes up there. Let's see if anybody says no. Don't worry, that wasn't a threat. If you don't think it's a good idea, it's okay. You can say it's not a good idea. It's fine. I won't know who you are. It's totally anonymous. Don't worry about it. Somebody's gonna put no just to put no. Eric's gonna do it. Eric's gonna do it. Eric was probably the holdout. He said he didn't want to see Astropalooza next year.
Well, that's right, because he wants to watch the Army-Navy game.
Yeah, I don't know if it's scheduled during then.
I have no idea. Tutorial of setup or data processing. So are you talking a live thing or a recorded thing, Tarek? More educational stuff like Nina Month, Guiding Week, but doing it live with all of your scopes. Who is the snarkiest member you know? Probably Mark Ellis. I only said that because he's on there. But I just uploaded my Rosette. So we got 17 votes. Everyone says so. Okay, so meet our member page is up there, right there. There you go. Meet our member page. I'll own that. All right, so let's take a look at the Rosette from Tom Peter. Let's take a look at that real quick. see, refresh. Where are you? They are. Refresh. And rosette with RGB stars. Here we go. Oh, looks nice. Here you go. There you go. Little rosette action here.
Flaming skull is all I see.
You've been corrupted to the flaming skull, and sometimes I still can't see it. You know, I gotta kind of look at it and like kind of try and find it again.
So where is it? Because I've been damned, I can't see it.
Well,
because this is upside down.
Yeah, that's the first. Yeah, there's, and then there's one, and then
where is it?
Now is the other eye. Yeah, where you got your cursor right there.
Right.
If you around that entire star cluster, that open star cluster, it's much larger. It's that's your entire eye. Yep, there's the eye. And then if you go down a little lower, right there, it's the wisp of the nose of the skull's nose.
I still don't see it.
I don't see it.
And then on the other one, you have to turn it. You basically have to turn it like 90 degrees.
Can I? I don't know. Maybe if I could download. Let's see.
Keep going. Keep going. There you go.
That's the same one.
It's the same one? Okay, it doesn't, all right. Yeah. But
I can't see it.
Do one more time. Yeah, right there. So basically you're looking at the very center there. That's the eye. That's the left eye. Right?
This is the left eye?
That's the left eye. Then if you move over to your left, yep, there is the nose.
Man, I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
I saw
it's almost like the skull of a Cro-Magnon man, almost, or like a Neanderthal. It kind of looks like.
Oh, wait a minute! I see it. Okay, right eye, left eye, nose.
Oh, okay. There, I see it now. Yeah.
Here's the side of the head. This is the side of the head.
Yes.
So this is an eye. This is an eye. Here's the nose. I got it now. All right, now I see it. It's kind of like a side. Okay, and this is the back of his head here.
Yeah, that's the back of his head. In all the dark
now
stuff.
I see it.
Like the cranium.
Now you can never unsee it.
Oh,
yeah, there we go.
Say it again. Mufasa. No, but on the serious note, I mean, it's a good picture.
It is.
The detail in the darkness. I always look at this with the Bach globules right in here.
That
I always look at this stuff. I love looking at that stuff. It's amazing. All up in here.
Mm-hmm.
And then
hold it, Dan, put your cursor to the left just a little bit more. You see those arcs right there? Those are bow shock waves.
These guys?
Yeah, those are bow shock waves. So that's something going on there, because it looks like that's it's kind of maybe like part of the nebula complex that the wind is blowing out, and that's the bow shock that's going out. I mean, the detail in here is just amazing. And then hold on a second. Go back over to the 3 o'clock position, Dan. Okay, go down. Go down. Right. No. Go up just right there. What is that? Look at that. Oh, wow. Check that out. Look at the detail in here. You know what? this could use just a little bit of blur exterminator.
I love this stuff over here too. It's a good picture, man.
It is a good picture. Little blur exterminator, and I guarantee you, man, the sharpness is kind of like a fade pass in Photoshop. Little blur exterminator will really bring out that detail.
And just so you know, and I'm gonna change it. So apparently, and I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike for this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. But apparently, there's been a lot of people on cloudy nights and whining about how good Blur Exterminator is and how it's cheating and all this kind of stuff. You know what I have to say to that?
Stop whining.
Up yours.
Stop whining.
Oh my God! And now, of course, it's not working now. Gosh darn it!
Stop whining.
Yeah. Of course it's not working, but yeah.
Of course it's not working. Stop whining.
Yeah, stop whining. Seriously. Come on.
Uh-oh, we've gone dark.
No, it's okay. That's me. I got it. That's so funny. Why isn't it working now? It's so. Oh, you know why? I know why.
Stop whining.
Wow, that's so funny. Somebody got it. Yeah, somebody got it. Okay, it's not playing on us; it's playing to them. So.
Okay.
But yeah. So let's see.
I mean, whatever, dude.
Exactly.
Stop whining.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. There
Yeah, they gotta have a little cheese with that wine.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You know what? And things will continuously change. Things have changed, and we've gone through this many, many times. If you've been in anything where technology changes what you do, I remember doing film astrophotography, and I remember doing polar alignment, looking on the back end of a Schmidt Cassegrain, getting a crank in my neck, trying to polar align. Things like this, and technology advances have made a lot of things easier. It's been easier.
Dan, it's not scientific. This is just artistic, cosmetic. Yeah. So who cares? It's just cosmetic. You're not doing scientific data. You're not doing scientific research. So who cares?
Exactly. And you know what? For those of you people, again, that have something to say,
stop whining.
There you go. All right, so Meet Our Members page has 20 votes, and everybody said yes. So we'll get that into works for 2023. What else do we got? What else for 2023? What else do we want to see? What else do we want to do? So I think that was good. Somebody said a processing day, right?
Okay. But a processing day as far as what? A particular module within, say, Pixinsight?
We could do anything we want. I mean, we could do one module each, or we could actually kind of try and process somebody's data, whatever it turns out to be. We can figure that out as we go.
Right.
But so if you want to go over, a processing with the APP and how it stacks, or if I want to go over Dan, Peter, and Eric meeting to help Scott uses C14 Live.
That's not true. Tariq, I built it for him. I shipped it.
I know.
I've been waiting to see what it looks like.
I'm telling you. I saw what it looks like on the backdrop of the Lanai, but other than that, I haven't seen it.
I know.
It is, hey, Mike, Blur Exterminator. It is
Mikey.
it's a separate program that was just like Noise and Star Exterminator, built, created by Russell Corman.
Croman, yeah.
Corman, yeah. And you can use, but this is exclusive to Pixinsight. There isn't anything for Photoshop. This is pretty much exclusive to Pixinsight right now.
No.
So
So
am I correct?
yeah, so there's a bunch of I believe Star X is good for Photoshop, Mac, and
Yeah,
Windows.
I'm just talking
Pixinsight.
Blur. I'm just saying
Yeah, I'm
is
sorry. Blur is just
Pixinsight.
Pixinsight. Yes.
Yes, Noise and Star Exterminator
Are
are
both. And Gradient
And
Exterminator is just photo.
Yes, just Photoshop.
Yeah. So how's it going? Mike's actually a member of the Amateur Observer Society in New York, and he's a friend of mine. So welcome, Mike. How's it going?
Nice.
Yep.
Welcome.
Yeah, Gradient Exterminator, and we asked Russ when he was on our show if there was going to be a Gradient Exterminator for Pixinsight, and his response was that, well, it doesn't really seem a need for it because ABE and DBE, in his opinion, does a pretty good job. So he would rather work on the things that are lacking, in his opinion, that could take advantage of his new AI technology that he works on and trains and all that. So he started working on Star, Noise, and Blur, and who knows what's next. I see a day where everything's just X process is going right down, and some other stuff going out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you get $10 off right now of Blur Exterminator if you have any of the other plugins purchased already. So yeah, Noise X is good. Go ahead, Pete.
Dan, do you remember a couple of months ago when we all took a topic and we discussed it?
Yep.
We did. I'd like to do another one of those. Remember, we were, I think you did women in astronomy.
Yep.
Eric, you did the catalogs, right?
Yep.
But something like that we could do maybe once every 3 or 4 months. That was very informative as well. That would be something else I'd like to see us do in 2023.
Okay.
Sure.
And that's I'm gonna have to start making a calendar now. Host. So presentation by host. There you go. All right, cool. Well, the voting has ended for picture of the week. So why don't we do this? Is Pixinsight the favorite processing program these days? I use Maxim DL on my old laptop and thinking of switching. Favorite?
Well, right now it's probably that and Photoshop are probably the two most popular.
Yeah.
When it comes to astrophotography, I would say they're like 1 and 2, or like very close as far as ranks 1 and 2.
Yeah, a lot of people, and Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of people, even when they buy, and I am not one of these people because I'm too lazy to do this, but a lot of people use the combination of both of them still once they buy Pixinsight, because there are certain actions and things that you could do, and a lot more of it has to do with control of the levels and curves and layers and all that you have in Photoshop that is done mathematically in Pixinsight, where you don't have as much control over. So, a lot of people use a combination of both. However, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, Pixinsight right now is definitely the one where you're going to get a lot of University of YouTube on. A lot of tutorials, a lot of information is out there. And it definitely is probably right now the most popular post-processing suite right now.
Case in point, let's take a look at Charles Bracken's
Sure.
Deep Sky Imaging Primer, Edition 3. The second half of the book is basically dedicated to Pixinsight
Yep.
and step-by-step procedures as well as Photoshop. And he shows you exactly how you can kind of go through it. So between the YouTube videos and tutorials, as well as what Charles has in the book, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. And a bunch of good points out there. And Eric, I know you do this. You use a combination of 3, just like it was said in the chat. You stack and do do some background extraction on APP, and then you bring it into Pixinsight, and then you might bring it into Photoshop.
Then I will. Oh, I just lost. Did I lose it?
No, you go.
Oh, I guess no. And then I'll move it over to I will either do Photoshop, and I'll do a little bit of actions within Photoshop. But then very final, I'll move it into Lightroom and then do a couple things in Lightroom, like my watermarks and stuff like that. And then
gotcha.
Then I'm done.
Nice. But yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. So, all right. Yeah, absolutely. Mike, and any questions, if you want any questions written, I know you've been on the show before, email me. Anybody has questions and want us to talk about it on the show, email me at dan@astroworldweb.com and we'll put it on the next show. So we'll answer any questions that we can. So that's what we try and do here. So
absolutely.
Let's talk about real quick. Let me get it up again. It sounded horrible, but let's get up the website and let's see. Picture of the week or the Christmas picture of the week. All right. So let's see. If we go to image contests and picture of the week, remember we only had 2. We had Carl's Flaming Star and Tadpole and Craig's M82. We only had 13 answers. So we got 5 more votes by begging and pleading. So we usually have over 20, 25. But let's see who won. Image of the week ends. All right. The results are Craig with 12 out of the 13 votes. Craig won with the M82. So congratulations to Craig. You have won picture of the week. That's his second picture of the week in 12 months. So nice job to Craig. Craig Stein.
Nice job.
That's a great picture.
Congrats, man. Yeah, definitely.
M82 POW. All right. All right. Well,
so Dan, do you have all the images that you can scroll to show everybody what's going to be in the calendar then?
Okay, so yeah, I do have most of them. You saw WR134, the most recent one, so we know what that is. So I could definitely bring that up, and let's see.
Yeah, this way everybody can get an idea about what images are going to be in next year's calendar.
And AstroWorld, movie files. I have so many. AstroPal, guest headshots, AstroPal, 2022, pictures of the month. Here we go. Let me put this over here, and here you go. All right, so, all right. So that's Wade Prunty, M16. Jay with Rowo Fucus.
Yep.
We got, I can't see, I think, what is this? Can I move this?
Bob D'Amato.
Is it? All right.
Yeah, top right. I mean, sorry, top left. Top
Oh,
left
geez.
corner. That's where it was.
Yeah, Bob D'Amato. And then we got Mark Ellis.
Oh, these are nice images for a calendar.
They are.
And then we got Chris, who was the first picture of the month winner. We started in March. And this, I see the skull better.
Yes.
Yep.
I see the eye. I see the nose. I see the other eye here, kind of like the mouth or whatever.
Yep.
Back of the head. But May, we had a tie. I believe this was Josh. And Dave were tied. That was the only tie we had all year. And then we got PG.
Yep.
And Greg Meyer. And we saw that one already, I think. That was Bob. And then the bat and the
Yep.
squid. From this is a combo. This was acquisition was done by George Lutch, and it was post processed by Sean Nielsen. So that's the eagle, and that's it. Those are the ones.
Nice images.
Yes.
Not that one.
Very nice.
Cool. Well, that's going to be interesting. Yep, definitely. Calendar be ready. So I'll be getting mine as well. I'll definitely be sending you some money for that one, Dan.
Yeah. So I'm just putting it together now. So now we have the host picture. Don't forget Pete's picture will be in there as picture of the week. Host picture of the year. Sorry. And then one thing that we haven't done, and we'll do this after Christmas, is who had the most pictures of the week. We'll have the last remaining picture slot. So I got to count all that up this weekend.
Okay.
So I know.
Well, is there
I think the winner had 6 pictures of the week.
Well, hold on. That either had to be PG, Craig, or Mark Ellis, right? It had to be one of those.
I'm not saying. I have it all in a spreadsheet, so I have So, all right. When can we order the calendars? So it will be on the store Monday or Tuesday after Christmas. So then you'll be able to order the calendars. I'm gonna take pre-orders for them, and then I'm gonna order a whole ton of them to my house, and I'll ship them out to you. All right.
Is there any other ideas that the viewers would like for us to do next year?
Good question.
It had to be Greg. Well, let's think about it. If we're doing this on a monthly basis and we have, 8 shows a month, right? Let's say we have 8 shows a month on a full-out month. On Wednesdays is mostly guest nights. So we usually have those Wednesdays pretty full, usually. So we have critique night, which is usually the last Friday of the month, right? We could do Eric, I thought we did your M42 pick. I'm sorry. Did we not do this? We did this, didn't we?
No, I don't think we actually did.
Too many M42s. Oh, you know what? I was saying, I said it was my bad. Okay. Here we go. And here is Chris's M42 pick. Stars look good. I think you need more data. I know you're in board. You're in the same thing as me, and I think there's more data there, and I think
there's definitely more data there.
I think you crush it because you see how like the wisps just stop.
Yep.
They just stop.
Yeah.
So I think
there is a lot more data out there.
Yeah, I think you're right, man.
There is.
Because you're missing a whole bunch in here.
Yeah,
And I think it's
You're
there.
missing a whole bunch of hydrogen.
I think it's there. I think you just got your stretch was a little bit too heavy-handed on the black side.
Dan, if you scroll up, are the stars kind of diagonal shaped, moving towards left to right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Going like 1 to 7.
Yeah, if you see the smaller ones, they look like they're definitely in that 1 to 7 orientation.
I'm gonna download it as a JPEG so we can kind of zoom in a little bit. Oh.
Yeah,
You
looks like we got,
you got some ringing issues too.
yeah, panda eyes.
What's that?
Panda eyes.
Yep.
And it looks like there's a tilt.
Go ahead, Pete.
Is it a tilt issue? Because you can see the corners. It looks as if the stars are definitely egg-shaped in the corners.
Yep.
Yeah.
Over here. I think it, well, what? No, this looks like a spacing issue, not tilt. This looks like a curvature issue. Let me go back to the chat and see what scope that he has.
Is it a scope or is it a Canon lens?
Yeah, Eric, I need a little bit more information on there. Oh, we're doing another AstroWorld Star Party at Cherry Springs. Absolutely. Probably in May. So we're going to do another one. It was over a couple of nights, but what setup do you have, Eric? What's your camera, scope, any filters involved? Eric, are you there? Type faster, Eric. Okay, so you got this is the same one as before, the AstroTech 70 with the field flattener. Okay. Look at your flattener spacing. You gotta look at that. Make sure. Oh, I don't know what the setting is for the flattener for the AstroTech. Look in your documentation. Find out what the spacing. The most used spacing is 55 millimeters. But look at your documentation and make sure that it is what it is, because if you have a William Optics, if you have another like an Astrophysics, if you have other, it's different. It's different. No, spacing with the DSLR isn't that different because it's still 55 millimeters, but it takes into effect the T ring as part of the 55 millimeters. So it's
the T adapter.
Yeah, so it's you still got to be the same spacing away from whatever the flattener is. It just doesn't matter. It has to do from the sensor, and you know this, Tarek. I don't got to tell you. The T adapter is a joke. Can't help you with that. Yeah, it totally depends on the flattener. It totally depends on the flattener. My flattener that I got from Astrophysics is 86.4 millimeter back spacing. So you got to know which it is. Which flattener do you have, Eric? If you want to throw that in there, and don't forget, if you're using a CLS filter, you're probably going to have to add a millimeter to the thickness of the filter. So. Canon 1200D. Explore Scientific. Or now is that the FFFR, or is that the regular cruddy field flattener that they say it's 55 and it's not? Because they had a couple of flatteners out there that wasn't etched. Actually, no, it was etched 55 millimeters, and it was like, what was it, people, like 62 or something like that?
62 millimeters, yeah.
Yeah, it was so, Eric, Yeah, so if it's just the regular field flattener, you really want to take a look, do your due diligence, take a picture of it, send it to us. I'll let you know what the backspacing is. But, just
Yeah.
it's probably not 55. If it's just a regular, the FFFR, which is a reducer flattener, if I remember right, it's a 0.7. That's 55. But if it's just a field flattener with the silver barrel and the black top, you're really going to want to play around with that, because that flattener has had issues. Super important, because you could see it in the corners of your stars. Your stars are pointing outwards, moving away from the center. It's all black, he said. It's all black. Take a picture of it and send it to us.
Yeah.
Send it to me, dan@astroworldweb.com. Send it to us, or drop it in the folder. That's fine. I'll find it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they do. They do. So, explore. Because hopefully, if it's not the old one, yeah, it looks like the Hotech now. And if I'm right, that's probably, it's a 55 millimeter back focus on that. If it says field flattener, it's etched Explorer, was about $150. That's a 55 millimeter to start. This is the one that I was talking about. I'll show it to you. This is the one that I was talking about. This is the one that had the problems.
Yeah, that was a nightmare.
Yeah. So then they came out with this one, which is what I think that he has right now. That's this guy. And if it's that guy, if you just scroll down, it'll say 55 millimeters of back focus between the camera and the sensor. So if you just take your T-ring with that camera, you should be at 55 with the Canon. So if you have that Canon, I think you said you had a Canon. Let's see. 1870.
So the sensor, is that an APS-C sensor on the Canon for that particular Canon model?
Let's see. Canon 1200D. Which one is that? That's a T5. Yeah, that's let's see.
That's APS-C, isn't it?
Yeah, APS-C. Yep.
Yep. So he's just going to need to go with just a T adapter and a T ring.
That's it. That's it. And it should go right against the. Oh my God! Islanders are winning 5-1. Merry Christmas. Anyway, so yeah, so you should just be able to take the T ring, the T adapt, and just throw that right onto the flattener, and you should be at 55. But that's a starting point. If you're still getting errors, you may have to add a millimeter or two, because you also have a CLS filter in there. So if you're using, and Pete, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're adding a filter in there, you're going to want to make the adjustment for your back focus from the width of that filter, right?
Yep, because most filters are either 2 millimeters or 3 millimeters, and they always just say use 1 millimeter as just the additional consumption.
A standard, yeah. I'm an ES guy, and I don't like their field flatteners. I mean, I hear you, Dennis. The only field flattener that I got from them, and I had to ask for it special, was the 1.0 flattener that they had. It was just a flattener. It's not a reducer. And Tyler was able to get me one from the stock room, and he sold it to me. But that was a good flattener. That worked. But I'll go with the William Optics, or even the what you call flatteners, the Telescope Express flatteners.
Okay.
From Germany. They're pretty good. I've had 2 of them and never a problem. Yeah, you still got to calculate that. Even though it's a clip-in, you still got to calculate that a little bit. Just add a millimeter. Go to 56 and see if it gets better. All right, well, it's 10:05, fellas.
All right.
All right.
We got to do a spin or anything, Dan?
Oh yeah, we got two classes to do. Give me 1 second. I'll pull that up. Totally. Thank you, Pete. Somebody's got to keep me on track here.
See what happens, Eric? The Islanders win, and he's all jumping for joy, and he gets forgetful. And
No, this just says that we should have shows more often, because every time I watch the Islanders, they friggin' lose. So we should just have shows every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And then I'd miss all the games. And then maybe we'll get 120 points in a season. So but let me see. Let me get this up here real quick. I want to see if there's any new additions, because I need a new TV show to watch, guys. Any suggestions out there for a new TV show?
Have you been following Jack Ryan?
I know the second season just came out, right?
The third, yeah.
Third. Yeah. That's with Krasinski, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I haven't been following it that much. I'm a big fan of Hunt for Red October, the original. And even when Harrison
Baselli,
Ford got
one
involved.
ping.
What?
And one ping only, Baselli.
One ping only.
One ping only, please.
If we get some buckaroo.
Yep.
I'll take. I'm not even going to go there.
I think I will get myself an RV and move to Montana and raise many.
I like the mountains.
I get myself a big American woman.
And then I get shot.
Yeah.
Under raffle press. You guys throw me off here. The AstroWorld, where is it? Masters of Pixinsight. Users. Oh man, we got a lot more. Let me update this. We have 142, looks like. Yeah, we have 15 more new people here.
Ooh. Wait to see what that number looks like.
There we go. All right. So there you go, 141 people here. Well, we got 2 free classes that are going out. And don't forget, their next class, Photons to Photos number 11, is Tuesday night, the Tuesday after Christmas. So, absolutely. So here you go. First winner. Michael Murphy.
Congrats.
Hopefully no relation to Michael Myers, maybe. So.
No.
All right, Michael Murphy, gotcha. I'll send you an email. Number 2.
Wasn't he a folk singer?
I don't know. David Wood. I know his brother, Morning.
Shut up, dude. Oh my gosh.
Pete just got it.
Oh my Lord.
Oh, oh, there you go.
That's
wow.
funny.
I get this. Why is this? Why is it?
Whoa.
There we go. There we go. That was really bad. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I promised myself I was gonna write down all the parts that were funny to make a next year video, and that's gonna be one of them. There you go. You need to, man. Yes. And all right, cool. Awesome, everybody. I think that's it. That's all we got for tonight. I think I need another drink.
Cool.
I need to make another drink. If you guys want to stick around for a second, I'll show you the video that I'm actually no. You can. I'll just send you the link. You can watch it at your leisure because I know that it's getting late. So, but we just did image of the week, didn't we? Did we not?
Was that Craig?
Yeah.
Didn't Craig win it? Craig
did.
Stock won. Emmy
Craig
won.
won. Craig Stocks won.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 12 out of the 13 votes. Dave, you're not paying attention. Pay attention. Dylan, you suck. Come on. Must have been making my drink. You were shaking it. All right, everybody. And I'm going to leave everybody with this. Just remember, do not shake a carbonated beverage. Don't do it. Trust me on that.
Yeah, it's about that time, guys.
You gotta see the video to understand that. But
alrighty then.
all right, everybody. Final thoughts?
Other than great show, everybody joining us as always. Really appreciate the participation. Please. So many. Do me a favor. Maybe if you come into Joe, swing by AstroWorld.com and put in your vote for image of the week. If so that way you don't forget. Go ahead and do that. You can get as many votes and as much participation as we can for that. So we really appreciate that. Besides that, just a great show. It's been a great year. Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy holidays. Enjoy your weekend. And if you're like me, in -4, stay warm.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but yeah, that's it for me.
Pete?
I've got a request because this is going to be the image that's going to be probably on January of next year's calendar. Who is going to be out there in -10 degrees, 20 degrees, and it's going to be doing portable imaging? We got to get an image of that. That'll be on the front cover. No, but anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll definitely see everybody next week. Be safe, stay warm, and as always, a pleasure coming on the show.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, again, have a good night, everybody. Enjoy your holiday weekend. And if you have off Monday, I do not. I don't get Mondays off, even if the holiday is on a Sunday. But everybody, have a good night. Take care. Say hi to your families. Thank you for watching. And as always, remember to keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And we will see you. We'll be on Monday. We'll be on Wednesday. We'll be on Wednesday night. We'll be around. What are you doing, Eric? What is that?
It says father, so it's from the kids. So just want to see, what it is.
I don't know.
You know,
That
what
wasn't spelt like father because we don't spell it like
could
that
it
in
be?
Europe. It's FADDER.
You know, what could it be? You know, it says daddy. You know, so you know, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I think it is. It looks like it's square. It's square. It looks like the visible universe. So
Yeah. I don't know.
all right, sounds good, everybody. Well, again, have a good holiday. Everybody, take care. We'll see you on Wednesday night. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays, everybody. Take care.